Hello everyone. I would like to talk today about protection. The highest protection. How to protect ourselves, what the magic is there or whatever, right? So there is no magic. You can have any kind of protection in the way, I mean the permanent one, in the way like no bubbles, no shapes of geometry, any magic, and who I am to tell you this. So I'm the person who got through, I think, like all kind of psychic attacks, mental attack, spiritual attacks, energy attacks, and there was anyone, to help me with. Although I didn't understand that, what's going on, why this is happening to me, what I did wrong. Um, yeah, so, and I tried everything, because I was looking for a help outside of myself, and I was weak, I believed I'm weak, and someone else wants to help me because like I don't know how to deal with this, right? So I did everything until I got to realization no one can help me, nothing was actually like permanent. And here it is, what I would like to share with you, and it's very beneficial because this is actually according to understanding the universal laws about how game rules. Yeah, so we uh, the highest protection is awareness. Really, seriously, is awareness. There is no one else who can protect us but us. And in order to do that, we need to understand who we are, how to protect ourselves, if we can call it protect, right? So what is happening now, it's not like something, is gonna and want to hurt us. It is like there is everything, in the universe. It exists everything. The problem is we allowing to happen that to us because we are not aware about the universal laws. We are not aware about what everything is there and what's the character of that. Because not everything is a light. Not everything has actually the goodness. Not everything is for your favor. There is a lot of, it's like infinitive shapes and frequencies and nuances of what is. You know, it's just like infinity, like shades of gray. If you think like on this earth, are walking on angels, forget that. It's not the truth. It's not the truth, and you are here to recognize and protect yourself, thanks to the be aware, who you are and who you are not, and who is not beneficial for you and who is beneficial for you. So, how to protect ourselves? First of all, we need to understand there is something like a light, and there is something like we can call it dark side or anti-life. Yeah. So the life is something that is connected to the source, to the creation, to light. Yeah. To the switch, to the source. It's connected, so it's organic, it's alive. Yeah, they're starting everything, creation, expansion, evolution, etc., etc., etc. And there is opposite sides or the other side of something else like that, or different something, and it's that one that is not connected, it's not plugged. Yeah, and I call it anti-life, right? So it's not connected, so it's no creation. It's no creation. Yeah, there is no life. There is no heart. There is no heartbeats. It's no goodness. Yeah, it's everything actually opposite of that. So it's anti-life, it's destruction. Yeah. So in order to that side, to exist and coexist and to be sort of exist, it's like they have to be plugged to us somehow. Yeah, they don't want to be plugged, but they want to use that characteristic, that gift for them. Yeah, that light and goodness what they have and creation, what they do not have. So in order they survive, they need to have it, they deny that. They decided to deny that, but their thinking is like, I don't need that, but they will try everything to survive, and so they need to copy you, manipulate you, and if they can't have what you have, then they want to destroy you. Yeah, but the problem with that is like, because about the character of who they are, I'm talking about darkness, anti-life, and all these creatures, or the black hole if you want. It's that everything is like, they can't create. So whatever they get in any way, by manipulation or by contract, they get from you, so it's like it's disappearing within them because they can't deal with that, they can't create, you know so it's like that, it's like them. Everything what they got is dead, they change a transmuter into that, into black hole, because that's what they are. And by giving them our energy, consciously or unconsciously, we just actually helping them, to have the black hole bigger, right? Because they can't generate that, so we are part of the problem. And we are a problem because we don't know who we are. That's the thing. In order to know who we are, we need to understand, who we are not. And definitely we are not black hole, we are not hatred, we are not unhappiness, we are not all that very low frequencies, we are not guilt, we are not shame, we are not all of that. We are love, we are evolution, we are progression, we are creation, we are love, we are light, we are happiness, we are cheerful, we are all these qualities, So nowadays the thing, like, we are on the planet where we are not aware, who we are. And because we don't know who we are, we don't know who we are dealing with, So we struggle here because we are in the territory of them. This is not the territory of the light, for sure. Yeah. So we are in the territory as a light, in the darkness, and we don't know who we are. So of course we can't win because we are playing with them, we interacting with them, we giving them our energy. So how we are doing that? Just by, and how we create, we are connected to that plug, we are connected to the source, universe, God, I don't know, you name it. And because we are connected, we're losing our frequency and light because we are interacting in this world. And then during the sleep, we reconnected, to our base, our who we are, to the home, to universe, to the God, to the creation itself. And we are able to regenerate, and to get our amount of energy back. And this is what they are not able to do because they are not able to connect to that. When they are sleeping, they actually connect to the blackness. Yeah? What is death? There is nothing. It's a cold. It's a pain. It's a struggle. It's hatred. So, how to protect that, to be aware about that, and to understand the game rules, universal laws. And it is like, we are creators, the light, we can create. Whenever we put our intention and attention, it grows because we are light. We are connected to light, and we are light, and light is energy. So, and whenever you look, you walk, you give fuck. So we pointing, like our quality, what is a light, everything what we have, what we are is a light. This is the highest quality in this universe. Yeah. So forget about the war between darkness and the light, because this is actually that distraction that keeps us down. Yeah. So there is only light, and the dark actually doesn't exist. But we make it exist because we are giving them our attention, intention, and so energy and light. We're keeping that actually like alive, sort of. And that's why we are trapped. Because when I give energy to something, actually it's like you are like sort of in the contract, like there is a link, energetic link created. Yeah, whatever you think about, you giving your consciousness, intention, attention, yeah, whatever it is, you can call it in any way, you're giving them light, and you create the conscious or unconscious link to it. Yeah. So from this actually comes all that I saying, like where you give attention, intention, it grows. How to manifest, blah blah. This is the danger part of it, because 80% of that is the truth, and 20% is actually like not the truth, is a lie and is distraction. And this is the other part that keep us actually always trapped here, and it is that there is a war and we need to fight that. Yeah, and we need to accept that, we need to heal that, or I don't know, whatever. All those programs have been created just to keep you down. Yeah, this is not, you are not a dark, and you don't gonna give a shit, to that. That's the truth. So if you are gonna think about the problems, you actually feeding that with your energy. Yeah. And not only you keep that alive, but you losing your energy. Yeah. So instead of to create or to do what you like, or to do everything that keeps you strong, and what keeps you strong is about, yes, is actually to knowing who you are, what is good for you, how to, I have all the notes here, how to care about yourself. That you need to know that, and to do it, that's action. The action is actually to go in that process and pour energy, your energy in it, by giving attention to it. Like whatever care you like doesn't matter. Whatever you like, is that correct for you, is the right for you, and you just create that by your intention, followed by action. Is just like full power, full force. Yeah, all that you is going in it, and it grows. So if you care about yourself by doing whatever you like, you actually become bigger and stronger. We all are lights, but we are like dimmed down. Yeah, because we're giving attention to everything what is distraction, what wants energy from you. Yeah, because they can't get it. There is so much distraction from the TV. They are through people, like getting on you. So we're doing ourselves to ourselves this, because we don't work on ourselves. We actually keep within us all that we are not, from programs, from traumas, from situation, we keep trying to resolve problem with the people. So we hold that. We hold the past, we hold the future, we hold everything, and mostly we are programmed to hold everything that depleted us from energy, and in order to keep them alive. Yes. So, but they're dead already, you can't help them. You can't heal them. It's impossible. This is so important to understand. So the highest protection is awareness. So you need to be aware what everything is not beneficial for you. You need to be aware, like about your energy. You need to know in situations, places, people, work, whatever you do, where you're losing, your energy, who with in interaction, and cut everything of that. So you don't gonna do the job that makes you depleted. You don't gonna do and be in situation, in the place, or if you are in the conversation with someone that you feel, like it's depleted you, there is some link, and if you don't know how to close it and how you opening that and allowing that, just move without explaining, you just need to go, turn on your feet and move. Yeah, so protect yourself. There is a self-care, like your care, your respect for you. It's respect your energy and understand, be aware you're losing that and leave that. Cut that. Go in the safe place where you can think what's happened. Yeah, you can go and be aware, like where this is happening, It is a process, it's your journey to understand that, I don't gonna tell all, like all everything it can be. You need to discover that, by just awareness. You need to be aware you are the light, you are creation, yeah. And if you don't know who you are, if you don't know what to do in the life, it's mean like, yeah, you're dimmed because you're giving all your beautiful energy to things that you shouldn't. So to understand our energy, it's like we have some amount of the energy. You know, you can't just, like you have a month, and then during the night you can actually to replenish, and re-establish that back, and the people that actually have activated the real, the divine core star chakra system, they are getting, the energy 24/7. They don't need to actually be connected only during the night. But, they're losing that. And so then let's go. We have some amount of energy and we need to be very economical with that. We're going to lose it. Yeah. So every day you can become stronger or you can become weaker. Yeah, and every day is the same. So if you are stuck somewhere, it's actually you in this cycle, you actually recycled. Yeah, they recycle your energy, but that energy you're giving them, they don't do anything with that apart from doing much more worse and bad things. Yeah, it's just, like going in the black hole, you know. So it's distraction. This is the characteristic of distraction. You are creation and you willingly giving, to distraction your beautiful energy, and you are surprised, like you stuck in your life, because you are recycled without even knowing that, you are not aware. So to start to understand where and who I am is just to know and learn about yourself. And for that, you need to be with yourself first. Go inside. I don't care if you're going in the nature, if you're going in meditation, or find a way how you're gonna feel yourself, and learn like how you feel if you are with yourself, and how you feel next to someone, how you feel on this place, how you feel in this room, in other room, learn about the energy, learn about yourself, because you are the energy. So know your energy, learn about yourself, what you like, what you don't like, what makes you happy, what doesn't make you happy, what makes you bigger, what supports you, where you feel comfortable and where you don't feel comfortable. You learn this one, where are your boundaries, where this is starting, like you can spend with that person, like sometime, but sometimes, so when it's starting to be draining you, learn about that, what's happening, how you allowing that happening, and usually we allowing to just be, with that person, because we don't know that person actually is a black hole. There is a lot of narcissistic people, the people with the negative souls, they have this characteristic of black hole, you can see them as alive, but they are not. That's the illusion. If you are empath and it's normal for you to give energy to them and don't take in anything back, So, oof, yeah, this is actually information for you. Learn who you are and who you are not. There is plenty of people walking on this planet, they are no light. And you can heal and help and save them. Forget that. Programs. Forget those 3D matrix programs, that kept you here, that trapped you here. Because you came here as a light with some purpose and you just be fooled by them. There are master of deception, to get what you do not have because they're jealous, they're crazy because you have something what they do not have. They do not have empathy, So you, with empathy, communicate with somebody with not empathy. You can straight away feel and see what they do not have and you have. And they want that too, but they are not able to create. They know that. They know that about themselves. And they can be your family member, their friend. You have it, and it's very close to you. And you don't know that. So be aware, be clever, know yourself, care about yourself, care about yourself more than you care about the others. You are not here to care about others, you are here to care about yourself because you are holder of something beautiful, energy, and you need to create. There is something you came here to create and to become stronger. But in order to know who is that, you need to call all that parts of you that you just give for free to others as grounded. Because you have empathy, for them and they need it. They never can have it. And your role is not to keep them alive because it's impossible. It's to save yourself. You're in the territory where you need to keep your light. Understand that like you are light in the black hole now. So you need to know, like who is your soul family, who is your frequency. And you will feel that if you with someone is with your frequency, you feel safe. You don't need to do anything and you can just be and rest to next to that person and still be who you are. And all the creation and thoughts, you are not stuck then because you connected. When you constantly giving energy to something, you dimmed. You are still light, but you dimmed. And after some times, you can become as them, black hole. Just because you start to believe, it's like them when you are not. There's master manipulators and they are able actually to make from you, like project their darkness, project their hatred, project their shame, project their problems and everything onto you. And because you are empath and because you have empathy, you adopt that, you buy the lie and you start to play the role. And you start to think, you are that. When you are not. The dark side never is the problem. They don't have responsibility, they don't have empathy. That's why they can manipulate you so greatly because they can clearly see who you are. And without any empathy, without any feelings, they do and go for what they want. And they want your energy in the wave of attention, talk. It can be only text. You need to validate them that they exist because they do not exist. They are black hole. They need validation from you. So they will pretend that you're friends. They will telling you all everything, what you want to hear, what you like to hear because they can scan you perfectly. They don't have, they don't have empathy, they don't have feelings, they're not connected, they don't have that heart, so they're doing actually in the second, like they scan you straight away. And they know who you are, they know exactly what you say, just to get energy from them, to validate them. So, and even if you think about them, even if you text them, even if you look at them, if you even talk to them, like if you give attention, like, oh my God, how much, like supply they can get from you. And you feel tired, you don't have time for yourself, so you're thinking, oh, you need to organize your time better. You are unaware who you are. That is what is happening. There's nothing wrong with you. You just need to know and learn about yourself in the first place. For that is good, to have your awareness higher. That's truth. It's good to remove everything what is in, your field that doesn't allow you to see clearly who you are. And what if you are able to see who you are, you also are able actually to see others. It's just equal. This is awareness. It's just like pull all the layers around and away from you. That's why it's so important actually to heal all the traumas and everything what is in the place, as blockages in our awareness. Is much more deeper. But everything what is not you, what is not light, what is not supporting you. So if you have a friends or colleagues or family members that can't actually be quiet, and just enjoy the moment, they will always like coming and distract you. Yeah, like especially when you in your good times, good energy, they must come and text you and coming and call you, or if they are next to you, they will actually always disturb you with something, just to take you away from that harmony you are in, because they can feel, and you need to validate, like if you're distracted, you feel that stress, like, okay, I'm validated, I'm existing, I'm that distraction. This is what's happening. So the highest protection is awareness. And now, if we know, if we discover, like who we are, we need to start to care about ourselves. We need to accept ourselves as a light, and we need to respect ourselves and value ourselves. And this is a journey. And it's starting with, we're gonna set our boundaries then, and the